Hey, welcome in. Ben Nelson here with Pencil to Pixel. Segment 4 weeks in a row, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And we're just getting started here. 1 minute till the start. I've got an idea dreamt up that I just came up with half an hour ago or so. And so we're going to begin here in just a couple minutes. Today I was sitting waiting for to pick up my dinner, and I was thinking about how cool it would be if different cities had an application to where they could showcase and provide a visitor or someone that lived in the city kind of like a list of a bunch of different stuff, restaurants, shops, just kind of like a one-stop shop in a way. For all the good stuff happening in the city. So hope you've eaten dinner, because tonight we're doing something with food. Fun little idea that we're working on. Couple more minutes here until we get started, and then we'll jump right in. Got a little Notorious B.I.G. going tonight. Feeling a little old school Brooklyn wave. So welcome in. Thanks so much. Welcome in. 1 more minute here until we get started. Don't want to keep everyone waiting too long. So 1 more minute, and then we're going to get going today. New project today. Downtown Bozeman, little concept. Bozeman's where I'm at now. So we're working on a little concept for the town. Really just something that I dreamt up waiting for some wings this evening. I was chilling in the parking lot, and I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool if a city had an app to where they could really cleanly showcase the restaurants, shops, museums, all kind of the hopping stuff that's happening in their city, kind of like a local curated list, and present it cleanly, and then give the user like a couple just key things that they'd want to do when they found whatever they were looking for. So we're going to get rolling here. This is the sketch, just so I can kind of provide some context here. We're going to have a home page with a title, and then what I call a repeat grid, which is the same sort of like grouped element here. A photo, the name of the place, maybe a category, and then proximity, I think would be important. So that's the same thing over and over and over and over again. In kind of a further version, I'd imagine that you'd be able to filter. So some of my things were top rated. The filter would be top rated, close by, dinner, lunch, breakfast. So let's see here. We've got that first page as the home page, and then the second page is kind of like, I'm kind of on this pop-up wave right now with some cool animation. So up here we'd have kind of the header image of the place. Today I want to focus on an ice cream shop here in Bozeman called Genuine Ice Cream. And then below that, kind of in this pop-up rounded corner sort of thing that comes from the bottom of the screen up, we've got a title, description of the place, and then a couple key actions here. I've got location, phone, and website. Just like 3 important things that if I were looking around a city, I'd want to be able to do when I found a spot. So I put together kind of some assets just to begin, but I want to start diving in here. So here is the home screen, and right now I just want to focus on the most popular sort of thing. Now again, like I mentioned, I had this idea about being able to filter. So we could make this a filtered element. Get rid of the border here, put some rounded corners on it, and then send it to the back. And this now looks like a filter. So that's kind of a clickable element that the user could play with. I'm gonna get that line rocking. Okay, so now what we've got is kind of what we're gonna work on with this repeat grid. So what I'm gonna do first is get a list of things. I got some text that I'm just gonna grab from over here. Boom. Okay, back to here. All right, let's get back in on that. So my idea with this is that we have a number of like little bits of information that go along with kind of each part of the repeat grid here. So we've got the title of the place. We've got a description. So let's just come up with like a few that we'd use here in Bozeman. Let's call this food, shopping, what else? Food and drink, maybe. That's a good one. We got a lot of nice restaurants and bars here in Bozeman. So food, drink, shopping, museum would be a cool one. And then other. Cool. Okay, so now we got that little like set. Let's just toss this over here for now, just for fun. So this is a food drink spot to start. All of these are actually tonight that I've just got some images pulled for. And then the next element to this is proximity. So I live downtown Bozeman, so for a lot of these, it's gonna be pretty close. And the first one is a cute little ice cream shop called Genuine Ice Cream here in Bozeman. Let's bump this a little bit. And then let's see how this all looks grouped and in the app preview. Past the whole deal here. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the app preview. Nice, I'm liking that. Again, welcome in. If you've never been here before, I've got 30 minutes to take an idea and turn it into kind of a working prototype. So what I'm gonna do with this element here, 1 second, I'm gonna create a little line, and then I'm just gonna use that. And then let's see, I'm just gonna group all of these. Command G, repeat grid is what it's called in Adobe XD. And now I can just quickly drag that down to show all of those. So now that I've got all the elements, I'm gonna go ahead and ungroup it to the furthest deal. And then let's go ahead and fill in a bunch of other restaurants here in Bozeman. 1.6. What else we have? We have Treeline Coffee, one of my favorite spots. Food, drink. Let's see, the downtown shop's like maybe half mile away. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, taco spot. Taco time. What else? Let's just get rid of that one. Okay, so now I've got 4 little spots here. This is again like the home page for where the user would land. So kind of a cool thing that I wanted to work on. Let's see here. Let's take a little, let's take an arrow here. Let's flip it. Edit the default state. Oops, not that. I just want to unlink it. Some of these elements I pull from other stuff. So let's pop that like there. And then if that's centered, which it is there, let's pull that down. Boom. And then we're just gonna work that down through all of the elements. So I think I only got 4 here. Nice, okay. And then I want to bump that back just a little bit so it's not as close to the edge. Boom, boom, boom. Got the tunes going in here. Brooklyn style. So I was just Googling this before this segment tonight, and I figured out a way. If I've got the genuine ice cream, I figured out a cool way. So like what I'm trying to do here is put this image of this ice cream bowl sprinkle show and put it in this circle. So what I found is if I select both of these, go to mask with shape, now it essentially puts that shape within, or puts the image within the shape. So now I can just adjust the size of the image within the shape. Boom. How fresh is that? So now I got my little genuine ice cream wave. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so let's do the same. I'm just gonna pull this over. We're gonna do a little wing here, shift, mask with shape. Oops. Huh. All right, let's see. Let's go back here, shift. Why won't it let me do that? Interesting. Okay. Okay, that one does not seem to be working. I don't think it's an image thing either, is it? All right, let's figure that out. So if I just get rid of that, hold on. If I just get rid of the image and the circle's still there. Downloads. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna replace that. Get that filling the whole circle. Boom. Okay. Let's see, we got a tree line coffee here. So I did pull an image. I kind of want to see if I can get this to work again. Because I was getting the mask with shape, something new that I learned. There we go, okay. So mask with shape. And I can go back in here and edit the image. This is gonna be cool. Yeah, that's looking right. That's looking right, okay. And one more we had was the taco joint, right? Taco time, nice. Let's go here. Gotta figure out why it does it for some and not for others. Isn't that interesting? Just because I was trying to figure it out. I know what I can do is replace the image with something that I just recently downloaded. So let's go in here and find the, that's the wing, coffee, taco. Cool, import that, shrink that down so we can get like the taco wave going. Awesome, taco time. Now I did actually, while I'm on this page, I also wanted to try something since I've got another 15 minutes, which I may stick around for afterward. I want to get to the second page. So let's do, we're gonna do the genuine ice cream example, and just as the detail page, just for fun. Feeling ice cream tonight. So let's try this mask with shape thing again up here. Let's see if we can shift. No, we cannot. Interesting. Add color to asset. What if I group, add color to assets, make component? No. Interesting. All right, well, we'll be able to play with this anyways, because what we're gonna do is basically say, we're gonna put this in front so that it looks like a sort of a pop-up, and then we've got the ice cream there. Let's add a circle for a little back button that we're gonna have here. Boom, 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 boom. Add a little shadow to that so it looks like a little clickable element, and then let's pull over a component here so that we got a little bit of action. Nice, okay. So then we've got that. We're gonna switch the color on that to match the home page that I was working on over there. And then I'm gonna pull this text over to the detail page, drop this down. Genuine Ice Cream is the name of the shop. Ice cream. Awesome ice cream here in Bozeman. All right, and then this is the page that basically shows just a couple things about the, so I was YouTubing something beforehand about the image thing. If I go to Genuine Ice Cream, boom, suggested website. Let's see. Serving small batch premium ice cream made by hand here in Bozeman, Montana. Perfect. So let's go, let's pull that from the description text, pop that back over here, and then, well, actually I want it to be a text area, so let's paste that. Change this to the description font. Make that a more reasonable weight, and then let's also shrink the size. So let's make it, I like 18. Kind of show some hierarchy there. Let's see, let's make this 32, so it's just a little bit more proportional. Nice, okay, so now we have this kind of detail page, and this is what it looks like in the app form. So Genuine Ice Cream, serving small batch premium ice cream, handmade, Bozeman, Montana. Now what I want to do is take kind of like what I envision as the 3 most important things to someone if they were to just arrive in Bozeman, or if I'm a local and I just want to do these 3 things. And my idea for that is visit the website, which will be this, view the address or get directions, and then call the shop. Like, I'm either trying to place an order online or check out their website, go there if it's kind of non-COVID and I'm looking around, or I'm gonna call them. So let's go back to that Safari window here. What do we have? www.genuineicecream.com. Perfect. And then what I'm gonna do, just as a finer detail, is copy paste this and then make this guy visit. I actually like the all lowercase there. And then I'm gonna make that kind of like a less prominent gray, shrink the size. So now you kind of have like these 2 important elements: visit website, click. And then what I'm also gonna do, and this may be overkill, but I did want to try it on the back page. Let's send this to the back. Now let's just move it forward. All right, so now I've got, boom, let's get rid of the shadow. And then let's make these like little, yeah, see, so that looks way more like a clickable sort of segment to the thing. I don't even know if I need to change the, let's go back to that blue. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, Okay, so let's do that over and over again for these guys. Oops. I'm just gonna group that so I can easily move it around. Nice. And then let's take out everything else. Actually, let's do get directions for the second one. And then I don't even know. Let's go back in here, look at where they're located. Perfect. 411 West Main Street, Bozeman, Montana. Let's back that up. Nice. Okay. And then this is not the icon I want. And let's get the pin. I'd say the pin. Let's actually move that out of there for now, so it's easier to tweak. Bump this up there. And then we got one more that'll come with text. Let's figure out how we can get this guy to fit better. So I want to make sure we can just make it smaller too. Let's see here. Let's get in on that. Get directions, visit website. Let's just bump this up a little bit so it's at the top of the circle, bottom of the circle, both left aligned there. Cool. And then one more we're going to have for the call, right? And we're gonna make sure that all those are correctly spaced out. Nice. And then let's ungroup this while we've got it down at the bottom. Boom. We're gonna bring this to the front. Center that within that circle, and then call is just the final one there. Let's go back to that website. Where were we at here? 406-624-6633. Boom, pop that in there. And there was 18 up top, so let's go back to 18 because I like that. And then we'll have the call top aligned, boom. And this bottom aligned with that circle. Awesome. Perfect. So this is what I've got for kind of this final little detail page here. I'm going to send this to the back, and I'm going to send this to the back. Get rid of this guy, and there you go. Boom. What do you think about that? I like that. That's clean. I want to revisit while I have time because I'm pretty happy with this. This is cool. Visit website, get directions, call, little description, boom. That's like all I'd really want to know if I was just browsing around. There could be other things like make a reservation, stuff like that. But we're trying to keep it simple here. Now I want to create some sort of depth and elements within these four little things. So vectors are free. So let's go ahead and just do a little bit of comparing side by side by side. And then I wonder if, I'm just gonna try a bunch of stuff and see what happens, right? So if I just send this to the back, what does that do for me? It doesn't really do anything. Boom, boom. Play with the borders a little bit. Let's see if adding some curved border to just one side, like, and then getting rid of, okay, so I can get behind that. Shadow, clickable. All right, I can get behind that, that's cool. So let's get rid of these lines. And then let's bring down one of these. Yeah, we're gonna have to space it out quite a bit, which works just fine. Tree line, brandos. Okay, let's bring this back up. Send it to the back. What do you think about spacing for that? I think it's fine. Let's look at it in the phone view. Pretty cool. Now I wonder if I should just give this just a little bit more breathing room. I like that. All right, let's keep working on that then. Boom, 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 boom. Bring, whoops. Awesome. And then one more. Let's center that up with everything else. Group it so it's easy to move around. Boom. Let's group these just so they're easy to maneuver. And then what I want to do is just create just some cleanliness around spacing. Just important for me. Cool. Okay, so we went from kind of this plain wave to something a little bit more dynamic. We went from this, which is just kind of a list, no real background at all here, just listing out things in a repeat grid, to something a little bit more engaging, which would be kind of cool. I like that. And I think the reason why I like that is because it's more of like a vertical tab thing. And it's not like a button per se, it's more like just a section, a little micro section of the page. So I purposefully did the rounded corners, you'll notice, over here and not over here, because I want to kind of have it look like what it resembles in the Apple iMessages. When you go to Messages app on your phone, I think like having that sort of curvature and then straight kind of creates like this segue into the next page. So with the 2 minutes that I've got left, or 3 minutes, let's bring back up this this genuine ice cream sort of detail page, and we're gonna map this out. I wanna add one more thing, and I'm not gonna make it complicated. I'm gonna group both of these, and then I'm gonna do one thing down here. I'm gonna flip this. Let's do 270 so that it's on the bottom there. Okay, so hold on. So what I did there is just added a way for someone to get out of the detail page as quickly as possible. So now what we're gonna do is make it look real. We're gonna add a transition, have this slide up. This will go back just as like a slide left, I think is what it'll be, because I want the user to just go back to this home page as if they were just moving back and forth between the detail and the home page. Now, what I did with this transition is made it slide up, and you'll see in the preview of why. But then I created this sort of like down arrow button for the user as well. And I'm just gonna have that do the opposite, which is slide down. So if I go back to this and I prototype it out, this is the clickable to Genuine Ice Cream's detail page. So that slides up. That creates this like really cool effect with this sort of rounded off portion here. This goes back, I need to make that a slide right so that that feels natural. as if you're kind of returning. Boom. And then what we're gonna do here is get the information. I'd go to the website. I would go to the directions, or I'd call Genuine Ice Cream. And then if I'm done with it, this is actually a really good spot to put important buttons, because for a lot of apps and a lot of phone users, this is the closest thing to the user's thumb. So this is the area where you want things to be most accessible, right? Within, like if I was holding this, the thumb's reach, which is kind of like right here. So what I do there is pop that down, and now we're back to the home screen, and we can play around with that a little bit. So thanks so much. It's 7:30 here in Bozeman, Montana. We just wrapped up segment 4 of Pencil to Pixel. Very happy to say that we are 1 month into the concept of something I just dreamt up, and really enjoying the half an hour on Tuesdays with all of you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Super fun to kind of share ideas and create fun stuff like this. A little app for downtown Bozeman here, popping into a little ice cream shop. So thanks so much. Again, segment 4 here, wrapping up the downtown Bozeman Places Near Me project. Next week, same time, same place, right here on my Instagram page, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thanks so much for tuning in. Pencil to Pixel. See you next week.